everyone, I hope you've all had a really lovely weekend and you're feeling ready and raring to go for this week of home learning. Now, so far in maths in year 2, we've looked at lots of different things, including addition and subtraction. I wonder if you can remind me, what do the addition and subtraction signs look like? Let's make addition first. So this is our addition sign. Remember, when we add, the answer that we end up with is always bigger than the numbers that we started with. Can you show me subtraction now? So this is our subtraction or minus sign. That means we're taking away. So our answer is always smaller than the first number we started out with. Today we're going to be starting to think about something different, which is multiplication. Now, you've probably seen the multiplication sign before. You'll have seen it if you've been on TT Rockstars, for example. It's also known as times, and it looks like this. Kind of like a funny letter X. Now, we're not going to be writing number sentences with the multiplication sign just yet. We will do that soon. But for the first few days of maths this week, we're going to be thinking about making equal groups, because that's what we're doing when we're multiplying. So let's go. Today's learning objective is to recognise equal groups and also to make equal groups practically. So we won't be writing anything down, but we will need to find some objects from around the house. So our starter task, the first thing I would like you to do is have a think. What does the word equal mean? When have you heard that word before? What's it been used for? Pause the video now. Maybe you'd like to tell your grown-up. Equal means the same amount or value. So when we're recognising and making equal groups, we're looking at groups of items or objects which have the same number in each group. What's the big picture then? Why is it important that we know how to recognise and make equal groups? Well, here's a bunch of explorers. One of them says, "There's 5 of us and 35 bottles of water to last the rest of our journey. How many do we each get so it's fair?" And the one on the end just says, "No idea, I'll just have them all." Is that fair? No, definitely not. So we need to learn how to make equal groups so it would be fair. Here's some key vocabulary. So we've already looked at the meaning of equal. We're putting things into groups. We're going to be adding up how many we have all together, so when we count all of our items or objects, and recognise. Okay, I've decided that Tom will definitely need some whistles on his trip to the North Pole. He could use them to attract attention or if he needs help. So I've made some groups of whistles for him. Let's count how many groups there are. 1, 2, 3. So there are 3 groups. How many whistles are there in each group? Let's count. Let's do the first one first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's check that we've got the same amount in the other groups as well. So the second circle now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now the last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are 3 equal groups with 5 in each group. Now we can count the amount that we have all together. Now I could count each whistle one by one, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and so on. But there's a quicker and easier way to do it. Let's look. They're in groups of 5. Now I know in year 2 we're amazing at counting in our 5s. So let's try counting in those now to see how many we've got. 5, 10, 15. So there are 15 whistles altogether. Now, as I said earlier, today's lesson is a practical lesson. So we need to find some objects which we can use to make equal groups. Now, I do have counters at school, but I was a little bit silly and I forgot to bring them home. But the good news is you can use absolutely anything for this. It could be pens, pencils, toys, Lego bricks. If you'd like and you don't have any counters, you could make some and cut them out and colour them in. You can use whatever you like. So we're going to try making 2 equal groups with 10 in each group. I decided to use pencil crayons because I love drawing and I have loads of these around the house. So I carefully separated them into 2 groups, counting as I go along. So I've got 4 in each. Now 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and one more, 10. So 10 in each group. There are 2 equal groups with 10 in each group. That means we can count in our tens to count how many we've got all together. 10, 20. So there are 20 crayons all together. Now try this one at home. I would like you to make 5 equal groups with 5 in each group. How many will you have all together, and what will you need to count in to count them up? Well done. So let's count them up now. Remember, you're counting in your fives because there's 5 items in each group. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Now try making this one. 3 equal groups with 10 in each group. Pause the video and then count up how many you have all together. Remember, you won't be counting in your ones. Now I'd like you to get your objects, whatever you're using, to make 7 equal groups with 2 in each group, and then to count up how many you have all together. And as a final challenge, try making an unequal group. If equal means the same, then unequal means different. Try that now. How do you know it's unequal? Can you explain? Great job, Year 2, well done. I know we didn't write things down today, but if you want to take pictures of your equal groups that you've made, then feel free. You can send them to our Year 2 email address or send any other work that you've been up to. Well done, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.